Well, hello. Welcome to today's webinar talk. I'm Shawn Davis, and I'm here to share with you all the tools you need to understand what you've been going through with your relationship struggles. And here today, we're going to be going through a few slides, and I'm going to be talking to you about what I've learned as a therapist and what I wish I would have known when I was younger before going into that field at all. So I'm here to share you all the tips you need to get through life and its journey. So, the presentation today, we're going to start off with, I'm going to give you a chance to interact a little bit with this. So, I'd like for you to think about what you believe keeps you stuck in modern dating and with relationships, including friendships. Your relationship with parents, anybody in your life, really, teachers, anybody that has any sort of connection with you. Think about what keeps you stuck in relationships. When I think back on when I was single and struggling with all of this stuff, and to be quite honest, it never really goes away. You kind of struggle with relationships kind of throughout your life, but you learn and grow as you go. So, to do that, to grow at all, you have to know what occasionally can get you stuck. Everybody gets stuck with something sometimes, and yours might be with these kind of relationship things. And it makes sense that you would struggle with it because the whole world struggles with them. So take a minute to just type in the little chat box what you believe keeps yourself stuck. For me, the things that would have kept me stuck and still can sometimes do that is really fear of what somebody might be thinking about me and really wanting to have a good connection with people and sometimes feeling maybe like negative on the inside. So those are the things that can drive, somebody like me, and you might be very, very different. You might be getting stuck with knowing the language of what to say to people. You might be getting stuck with dealing with feelings, whether in yourself or feelings in someone else. Kind of think about that sort of thing. When you talk with parents, when you talk with teachers, what are the things that make you feel like an outsider? Those are the things that are getting you stuck, are the things that make you feel anchored to somewhere you don't want to be. So in a nutshell, though, these are the kind of things that can get us stuck. So, if you decided to participate, we will kind of use those kind of answers to talk to each other and connect and make sure that we're getting through life the way that we really want to and not feeling like we're failing at anything. Okay. So it's through our patterns that we're both stuck and unstuck. So whatever you thought about on that previous slide about what gets you stuck, that is the thing that's also going to be your superpower. So basically, you're going to go through life and have these things that you find out about yourself that you're not so proud of. And the thing you're not so proud of is going to be a beautiful gem when you're all done with it. When you polish it all up, it's going to be beautiful. But at first, it might feel a little messy. It might feel chaotic. It might feel like something you don't want to manage. And that's okay to have that feeling and that desire and those urges and instincts. But what do you do with it next? That's really where you want to kind of get unstuck, is realizing that if you're introverted, if you're on the spectrum, then you might find that you're struggling with something very different than somebody who is maybe neurotypical, going through life with kind of, the normal flow of what people expect. And so, wherever you are at, take that thing that you're unhappy with, and we're going to look at it and polish it up, like I said, and try to make that something that you are proud of. So, whoever you are, whatever you're struggling with, we're going to work on not judging it and learning how we can use it for thriving in life. Okay. So, since you learn your patterns through friends, teachers, caregivers alike, relationship problems actually start there. You start dealing with things very early on in life, and when you get into a romantic relationship later, you're still going to have those same kind of things that you struggle with. So that's why you want to go back to the past and kind of discover, how have I been getting along with people, struggling with people? Do I get angry all the time? Am I irritated all the time? Am I closed and withdrawn all the time? And those were probably there when you were in school. They were probably there when you had early relationships. Even if you were so introverted that you never really had a relationships, that's still your pattern, right? So they do start there. Now, when you are dealing with loss in a relationship, it comes with a lot of anger. So, any breakup, rejection experiences, you might feel irritated, annoyed, angry. Anger is an umbrella that kind of hides everything underneath it. And what's underneath it is going to be your more vulnerable experiences. So, you want to remember that anger is kind of hiding all of that. So, your anger begins with your loss history. So, everything you've gone through in your life, ideas that you have about belonging. So, if you think that, I just don't fit in, people don't generally like me, that's your story of what you paint in your background. And so, how you see yourself in context to your story is going to be really the big thing that's going to help you thrive in life, or it can hinder you and keep you anchored there. So, this story you paint and how you write about yourself in your head is going to matter for how people see you. They see you really how you show up to them. And sometimes you can change the story and change people's minds just because you're starting to guide yourself with a more reasonable story that fits your dreams as you move forward. Okay. When you see or when you feel these feelings about dating, it brings up insecurities and fears about your story and really what this means about romance, right? So, when you are dating, you're bringing these fears, you're bringing these insecurities, and that influences the story you're telling about yourself. So, we want to honor our fears. We want to honor our insecurities because really they're just like message files. Like if you look at your tablet or phone, you have all these files on your phone. I have like a billion pictures. So one of those picture files could be like an example of like fear or an insecurity. In your head, you have these like picture files. And that's how your brain stores memories is through these kind of pictures. And so each little picture is a fear, an insecurity, a memory, a dream, maybe some trauma. And your story of romance is going to be based on all these files and what you say they mean about you. And again, you can kind of change the story when you want to. So, your story, though, is moving constantly, changing constantly. If you allow your fears and to guide you, then what's going to happen is you're going to avoid all of your experiences in life, and you're going to go through life as if it's just like following everyone else. It's you're not going to make any real decisions about anything. It's just kind of doing what society expects you to do. So the thing is that when you avoid experiences, so let's say you never do anything risky at all, never ask anybody out, then that is that, fear and avoidance kind of thing going on. It's your lived experiences that's going to bring you fulfillment, joy, meaning, and purpose. So let's remember that whatever you say about yourself in your life is in constant flow. And you're going to be able to navigate around that in ways that are meaningful for you. So do not give up because this story can be changed. All right. This means that facing your fears and taking a chance on building meaningful relationships will increase your ability to create something good. So here's what I mean is if you face your fear and you ask other people out again, try other relationships again, every time you do it, you're going to learn more. Now, the way that you don't learn is doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is learning and growing in each relationship, pausing, reflecting on what you learned, how you grew, and what your dreams are as you move forward. Sometimes we forget about all of that pause and we just move on to the next one. If we do that, we repeat problems, right? So, what we want to do is face our fears, move on to the next relationship after we have absorbed all that stuff and we have a direction or a roadmap on what to do as we move forward. So, that's what you want to do. You will experience all of the hurts. You're going to date, form relationships, and have a family because humans are imperfect. So you're going to have all the pain that goes with all of those things. The dating is going to be rejection experiences. Friendships, you're going to lose friendships. You're going to get ghosted. You may decide you need to cancel a friendship because it's toxic for you. So we're imperfect. You're going to be imperfect. I'm completely imperfect too. Life is messy and we're all messy together. So I want you to grow in empathy within your own body, within yourself, as you look within yourself, and grow with empathy with each other. Connection, human connection, is really where we bond and we heal. So you can't really heal well after a breakup, after rejection experiences, divorce. You can't get over that if you're doing it alone. It's you need other people to help you out. Now, what that means to you might be different. So, one person it might be going to a support group. Another person it might be, I'm going to text my friend back today, right? It could be really, really simple things. So, no matter your story, you're capable of connection through honoring your history and saying yes to these opportunities where people might reach out for you. And if they don't, you're going to have to start to form ways where you can get that connection all on your own. And don't forget, I'm here to help you out. Okay, so I do have a membership program I'm building. Right now, it's very, very early stages. So if you want some freebies that you can help test material with me, then if you join early, then you're going to get all those experiences and discounts and coupons and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be everything from free to premium. So that's where we're going down the road. But for now, what I'd like for you to do is just join me over at renewthelove.com and click on that Academy button. And you're going to be able to sign up for all kinds of little free talks like this. And as we get some of the things coming up here real soon, you're going to be able to get in on them early where it'll be really discounted. So it'll be a really good experience. And you get to chat with me and go through all the things that you're struggling with and get real help. Because remember, connection, that's what matters. It's not about following some stupid little like blog post that you see somewhere. Is you need people to help hold you and allow you to cry and be there just for you in every way that you need. And then you get to pass that on and pay it forward to the next single who comes behind you. So let's build our healing community together and be a team. So thank you for joining this little free talk. And I look forward to seeing you at the Academy.